Believe them the first time.
Right.
We've already had a Trump presidency. We know that this administration is a vengeful one. We know this is a vengeful man. And if I can protect me...
Did he put Hillary in jail? Like, is she retarded? Like, I don't remember Trump jailing Hillary or Obama.
Yesterday, Trump, sorry. That was...
People aren't going to like this. They're not going to like it. Okay? They're just not. But, okay, keep at it. We won't give them any tips to, stay on. Okay.
That was for real, I'm sorry. He even surprised some Republicans with sweeping pardons to the January 6th insurrectionists, including Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, and other violent rioters. But he wasn't thrilled about Biden issuing pardons of his own on the way out. Take a look.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Should there be punishment for the people
Amen.
who assaulted law enforcement officers that day?
Well, I will say this. They've been in jail for a long time already. What they've done to these people is outrageous. I was surprised that President Biden would go and pardon his whole family, because that makes him look very guilty. And how about this J6 committee? Why is he pardoning them? They were guilty as hell. They rigged it. It was a rigged deal.
So in Trump's world, the lawmakers trying to protect democracy are thugs, and the lawbreakers are hostages. Do I have that right?
You have it right, yes.
Okay.
That's
Your thoughts.
interpretation.
Well, he
Which is
clearly doesn't know what a
particularly
hostage is, because there are still hostages right now
Right.
in the Middle
Yeah.
East. They were terrorized by Hamas and have not all come back. So that's a...
Anyway, bye. Okay? Y'all don't want it, all right? How about America first? Okay? And just let me go ahead and skip this. I don't virtue signal. We never get to talk about Americans first.
biggest middle finger he could give the entire country out of all of his options.
But law enforcement in particular, and he ran on this, I'm going to be a law and order president, which a lot of the Republican Party runs on that platform. And so I think it's really disgraceful that
Sonny,
he would
don't you
do
think
that.
the whole panel sitting there should have burst out laughing at that moment?
Really, they
Like
really
Hillary
should
started
have.
laughing at some point. I started laughing
Hillary
too.
did.
I'm mad at all the pardons yesterday, well, save for two.
Hillary did.
I'm mad at all the pardons yesterday, well, save for two. Listen, we knew the January 6th pardons were coming. That was good. I disagree with it. I think it's dangerous. I think it's reckless. I fear that some of these people may commit crimes in the future.
Man, girl, bye. They walked in the daggone building, man. I can't stand none of y'all. Like, seriously. Like, what do you mean commit? You know, I'm not going to lie to you, though. I can imagine some of these people are coming out with a massive chip on their shoulder. And shouldn't they have the right to feel that way? Can you imagine? You put your clothes on, you got in the car just simply to go to a rally, and you might have been one of the fools who happened. And I'm not calling them fools. The thing is that I'm calling myself that because I might have been the broad who was like, oh, the door's open. Like, oh, they're telling me to come in. I remember seeing that footage. They said, come in. And then I might have been like, oh, okay. I've never been inside. And then I didn't come home for 4 years after. Yo. No, unacceptable. Unacceptable. No, I don't have any, like, Enrique Ontario was looking at 40 years in jail. The day they sentenced him, I wanted to cry for him. Okay? And they used the Patriot Act on these people. Wake up. Wake up, America. That Patriot Act that was supposed to save you from the bad Muslims, right? As everybody always got, the Muslims are coming to get us. No, they used that against American citizens. Please, somebody get a real conservative on this panel.
Sure. I think it was prudent that Joe Biden preemptively pardoned people like Dr. Fauci and Mark Milley, who are political targets.
Yo, okay, it's not. Yo, I don't know what to. I can't. Y'all, I have to get on the show. I have Fauci. Like, I wouldn't even be able to deal with it. Fauci. I'm sorry. If you guys ever get a chance, go back and look at like my first 10 videos, and you will see why I'm ready to throw the computer at. Okay, let me calm down. Okay, Fauci. That man, only because I believe in God, I know he will reap what he sowed. What that man has done to the world with his fake policies is the biggest crime to humanity I've seen in a long time coming out of the medical profession. Okay? Okay, let me calm down.
For Donald Trump, he has expressed that. I was floored that Joe Biden pardoned his whole family. Let me tell you why. He's either the most charitable interpretation is the Titanic is sinking. I've got a life raft for my family, but anyone else who challenged Trump, you better swim or you're drowning. That's my most charitable interpretation. And finally, he didn't do anything to protect people who testified against Donald Trump unless they happen to be wrapped up with the police officers. And it sets a very dangerous precedent. Now Donald Trump can basically advise staff and his family to do anything unlawful and then just issue a blanket pardon when he leaves
Yeah,
office.
that's good. Yeah, okay, I don't care. Moving right along. These people get on my nerves. Let's go here, listen to this girl. Hola, mamacita, papi. Like, all right, I'm sorry. By the way, after, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button and notification bell.
Seems really similar with Jared Kushner.
It does not seem similar to Volkswagens. I think comparing Biden's pardons to Trump's is like comparing apples to Volkswagens.
I think your earrings are just too big and gaudy, and they clash horrendously with this shirt. Like, I'm just looking at a throw up fest. I'm sorry.
Seems really similar with Jared Kushner.
It does not seem similar to me because Joe Biden's family and the people he pardoned in the January 6th committee have not actually committed crimes. He is trying to prevent them from spending the rest of their lives fighting the government, which is no easy feat. I also think that no Republican and nobody who stood up on January 6th and January 7th and condemned what happened there, which was an act of treason. It was an insurrection. I don't care what you're going to call it. I don't care how you want to whitewash it. Nobody who stood up and condemned that and is today silent after those pardons should be able to look at themselves in the mirror because you have no morals.
I got plenty morals. I like that it stopped here, made it look just like the oaf that she is. I got plenty morals. They've been in jail for 4 years. They broke windows and went in. The only person who got killed is Ashley Babbitt. We never talk about it, right? I got plenty morals. You can F off. You can go stick your morals. Okay, not today. Okay. Like, this is something I feel extremely passionate about when it comes to January 6 riders. They're not right. When it comes to January 6th, I seriously feel extremely passionate about it. By the way, there's like 150 of them that weren't pardoned. And it might be because they were the actual, whatever, violent ones, if you will. I don't know.
Well, Biden hung some folks out to dry who did speak out on January 6th, and he didn't help them.
I just wanted to just put a quick button on it because I was not offended by Biden pardoning his family because I think, just like Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you or tells you who they are, believe them the first time. Right. We've already had a Trump presidency. We know that this administration is a vengeful one. We know this is a vengeful man. And if I can protect me and
Did he put Hillary in jail? Like, is she retarded? Like, I don't remember Trump jailing Hillary or Obama. Okay, I might be wrong.
in mine, I would do that. And so I think we need to show Joe Biden some grace. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about that a lot of people are talking about is that there are these black performers. You mentioned that there were entertainers at the inauguration. There are these black performers that were performing for Snoop Dogg, Nelly, a couple of others. And I saw Keith Boykin, a friend of mine, say something that I thought was really important, and I wanted to play that clip.
If you look at Donald Trump, the man who would refuse to rent to black people in the 1970s.
Yeah, because they had bad credit. They never say that part, though. It just happened to be, I mean, the statistics show. Okay.
Who tried to lead a lynch mob against 5 black and brown kids in the 1980s for the Central Park.
So did black people. Black people wanted them in jail, too. They never say that part, though.
Case, who refused to allow black casino workers to have a prominent place in his casinos in Atlantic City in the 1980s.
Probably weren't good enough for the job. Like what? What are we doing?
1990s, who spent 5.5 years lying about Barack Obama's birth certificate in the 2000s.
Still don't know where he's born, actually. There were actual civilians, American citizens who question this. There's actually a lawsuit. Yeah.
Who came in office and then attacked black people like Colin Kaepernick, who attacked Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss for simply doing their jobs as Fulton County election workers. You dishonor those people when you go and perform for this man who has done nothing but dishonor black people.
For me, even though I didn't watch any of the balls or anything, I think what Keith said is so important for us to remember that this is who Donald Trump is.
So you're saying that
Yeah, he's a person, right? He's a person, okay? Just like you, who spews racism every chance you get. I don't think I've ever seen a mix, like a non-black person. Like, I don't even know what this girl, she's Puerto Rican or something. I don't think I've ever seen more racism. I'm not sure. Like, I think Sunny Hostin might be the most racist, anti-white woman that I've seen on national television. At least in my day now. Yeah, she wins the trophy. That girl is she's disgusting. She really is. I don't know how she lives like that. Because it's not like she's lacking anything. I don't know how she lives like that. I mean, her husband's being sued and things aren't, looking too good that way. But I mean, you've been blessed. Like, why do you hate white people so much? But we're not going to end on a doom and gloom, guys. The adults are back in the White House. And like I said, you can always have questions about the Trump administration. That's perfectly fine. But this behavior is just, it's vile. It's very vile. And there's just no other word for it. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.